is Shayla from the Boys and Girls Club, and today we're going to do a science experiment on a walking rainbow. So for this experiment you're going to need food coloring. So I have blue, red, yellow, and another blue here. You can choose the colors that you would wish to use. You're going to need paper towels, and what we've done is we've pre-folded them here, and I'll just show you how to fold it. So if you take your piece of paper towel, you fold it once in half, once again, so it's a long skinny strip like this, and then all you're going to do is fold it down the middle. So you sort of create like a little bridge. So for the purpose of this experiment, we're going to see how water travels through the cups. And this is fun because sometimes the children will talk about the different colors mixing, and it's a nice little rainbow at the end of the activity. So in the first cup, we're going to put a couple food coloring drops of blue, yellow, red, and blue again. And with this experiment, you want to make sure each of these cups have the same amount of water in it. And you can give it a little stir, and the cup in between needs to be empty. So there's no water in the cup in between the cups full of water. Okay, so now this experiment does take a little bit of time. So this is a good experiment for perhaps a preschooler. A toddler might be a little young for this because of the waiting period, but if you do have an interested toddler, you could always revisit the activity after the process is finished and talk about the results. So now we get to see what happens. So we're going to place our first piece of paper towel in the blue cup, bridge it over to the empty cup, and we're going to follow suit with the rest of the colors. And for this part, you can talk to your children about what they think is going to happen. You can talk about different colors mixing and perhaps ask them questions like, what do you think will happen when the yellow and the red mix? And see what their answers are. And now we're going to give it some time, and then we will be back with the results. Okay, now if you notice, you can see the water starting to travel up. So again, this is going to take a little bit of time. So if you have a child who is really anxious to see what happens, maybe try going on to another activity and revisiting this one when it is complete. But the more food coloring you add to the glasses of water, the deeper the color you'll notice on the paper towel, so it'll be easier for the children to recognize. So let's join us back again to see what happens. Okay, so now an hour and a half has passed. So like I said, this is an activity that does take a little bit more time. But as you can see, here is our walking rainbow. So we started with blue, and take a look. It traveled all the way into the empty cup, met with the yellow, and made green. Then the yellow met with the red, and we made orange. And then the red met with the blue, and we made a very dark purple. So this is a really cool experiment to do with your children, to talk about color mixing, to talk about rainbows, to talk about why the water moved from each cup. And you can just explain that the water was absorbed through the paper towel and it traveled along and made a walking rainbow. Thanks for joining us.